Now let's actually get some analysis because I think it's required for this next game. So
Yep.
we have a huge game. And of course, guys, remember, I was all excited about this. Yehuda, you remembered. I was just the last 3 weeks I've been what's the word? I've been not actualizing this. I've been bringing this in, manifesting that. I've been manifesting this into reality. That's exactly what I've been doing. I'm like, I just want this, guys. Let this happen in week 18 that the Seahawks and Niners play for the bye, and it's happening. I mean, we got, honestly, guys, to get three, like the NFL started the Saturday slate, I think 4 or 5 years ago, and to get 3 games that are all very meaningful in their own right is better than we've gotten since this thing has started. Most of the time, the Saturday night game, one time they had like win or go home Colts Texans Saturday night. Other than that, most of the time the Saturday night game is kind of affected by something else or it's just for seeding. But we have 3 games that in their own right have their own significance. So I really like the slate this week. It worked out very well. And this is, of course, just a juggernaut of a matchup, guys. Seahawks-Niners. I mean, the two teams, the Niners have no defense all season. Somehow they find a way to find a way to be one win away from skipping the first round. And the Seahawks have been hot all season. Of course, their offense has kind of gone away at certain spurts of the season. But Yehuda, how are we feeling about this matchup over here?
Yeah, it's the old Sammy Darnold question, and like it's so amazing that he in the exact same position as last year. Like I love this. It's like you want to talk about redemption, like how amazing of a story this could be. He was on a team last year fighting for the 1 seed. All you have to do is win the last game of the season, fighting for the 1 seed and the bye. And if you lose, then you drop to the 5 seed. And that's exactly the situation that he's in again, except on a new team with, I would say, a slightly better defense. The Vikings defense was very good last year, but I think that the Seahawks defense is even better this year. And like there are still question marks around him. Like he in the first game for Seahawks Rams when they played this year, in what was top 2 teams by DVOA and two of the top 10 to 12 teams that they've tracked ever in DVOA. So like very very good teams. In the one game, the first game that they lost, the Seahawks lost to the Rams. They lost by a field goal, and Sam Darnold threw 4 interceptions. He was part of the reason why they weren't able to win that game. And then the second game, again, they were losing and they were struggling again to the Rams. And then all of a sudden they went on a miracle comeback. And Sam Darnold was a big part of that, but they needed a little luck with the Zach Ertz pass, 2-point conversion play, and a punt return for a touchdown. So the I think the narrative's still there that the Seahawks are potentially held back by their quarterback. And like he and JSN have had an amazing connection this year. And at times, Sam Darnold and the offense have been incredible, leading to JSN having potential first team all pro season, an amazing year for fantasy and everything, help people win their fantasy championships. But there's always that time, like how Jared Goff goes Jared Goof sometimes, and we'll just throw his 3 or 4 picks. Sam Darnold can go back to seeing go Sam, and like I think it's just amazing because like the Niners have an incredible offense right now, number 2 in DVOA, and just like Brock Purdy on fire against the number 1 defense in the league by DVOA versus a slightly above average offense for the Seahawks versus a terrible, albeit very injured defense for the Niners. So it's like, does Sam Darnold drag you down enough? Like, does he have a game like last year against the Lions where he just struggles a bunch and throws a bunch of interceptions? They just blitz the heck out of him. And then, what did you say, Micey?
Yeah, he's gonna poop the bed.
Yeah, does he poop the bed? Or does he play just like even average football? If he's like an average game manager, I think they can win this because their defense is so good. And I know the Niners offense is so good, so it's unstoppable force versus immovable object. Just incredible, amazing matchup. Mike McDonald, calling plays against Kyle Shanahan. Like that's when they say, oh, Mahomes or Lamar versus Mahomes, the quarterbacks are never on the field. This is actually
Good
Kyle
call.
Shanahan versus Mike McDonald, and like the actual offense versus the actual strength of the teams going up against each other. Like it's so awesome, and like I'm still thinking about it right now. Like, do I believe that Darnold can be good enough while the defense will shut down the offense just enough, and then the Seahawks offense can do just enough to get the one seed? I don't know. I'm still trying to think it through.
Yeah. So I mean, I just completely see. I'm very mixed feelings on Sam Darnold. Sometimes I'm like, yo, he still got it, but I don't think so. I think at the end of the day, his team around him has been able to completely bring him up. I think that when they're running the ball well, they look good, and then when they can't run the ball, it all goes to goes nowhere. Um, I mean, I'd love to see Seattle get the one seed, but I'm thinking the 49ers here getting the one seed and Kyle Shanahan. And I don't know. I think Seattle next year though, moving forward, I mean Seattle they'll make noise in the playoffs, but I think next year they're going to go hard after one of those quarterbacks that are on the move. I don't know if it's a Lamar or if it's a Joe Burrow or someone else that they're
Lamar
going
in
to push
Seattle.
hard for.
That would be crazy.
I don't know about that. I think Joe Burrow in Seattle it actually looks somewhat
That would also be
crazy,
crazy.
but.
That would also be crazy.
And by the way, don't tell me. I mean, I know that it's offense defense, but McDonald and Lamar obviously have a connection of some sort. Obviously being on the same team last year, but that's obviously offense defense, maybe not too much, but they definitely have somewhat a lot of neutral connections. So anything's possible. But I definitely see Seattle, looking to push quarterbacks. Maybe they're looking to get Shadasi or Tua. I don't know what their plan is, but.
Maybe Deshaun
You
Watson.
know,
David
maybe
Milrow. It could be
Kyler Murray or J.J. McCarthy. I don't know what their plan is.
Deshaun Watson.
Maybe they'll trade Deshaun Watson. Or maybe they'll get I don't know. I don't know who they're gonna have at quarterback. Maybe they'll get Yehuda Abaddon to play quarterback for them. I don't know what their plan is. But I don't think an answer to win a Super Bowl. The answer is not Sam Darnold. Now again, that defense is fantastic and can help them get over. Keeps teams to low scoring, and Sam Darnold doesn't throw 4 picks, but he sees ghosts a lot, and that's you can't get hot Mike saying I see ghosts out there, and then try to have a good career after that. So we'll see what happens. But I don't know. Not sure, to be honest with you, what's going to happen in this game. I think the 49ers win, though.
Okay, that's a great point you hit, by the way, about as my pet peeve is always people saying Joe Burrow is 4-0 against Patrick Mahomes. No, he's not. The Bengals are 4-0 against the Chiefs. It bugs me. They're never even on the field at the same time. But here, this is a chess match, right? You got Kyle Shanahan, the best offensive play caller in football, against a guy who's becoming one of the best defensive play callers in football, Mike McDonald. Remember, these two teams played all the way back in week 1, which is very rare. You have the week 1, week 18, and the Niners won that game. Kind of an ugly game. Brock Purdy had the 2 turnover-worthy plays, the 2 interceptions in that game. And it was an interesting game. Darnold, it was a little bit of a dink and dunk offense it looked like the Seahawks would have early in the season. Then they came out week 2 against the Steelers and ran the ball down their throats, and Darnold started throwing the ball well, and through 8-9 weeks he was potentially an MVP candidate. But they started off the season a little sluggish on offense against the Niners, back when Fred Warner and Nick Bosa were still on the field, I believe, right? Back in week 1, they were still there. So that's, of course, a big factor here. But, they say Fred Warner might come back at some point in the playoffs. We'll see about that. That would be, of course, a game changer for the Niners. They made a deep playoff run. But Brock Purdy, listen, guys, since week 15 against the Titans, has been playing at an extremely high level. And we see, he's got that mobility in the pocket, kind of like the Mahomes Burrow aspect, not quite like Lamar Allen, but a little more extending those plays, waiting till the last second. I'm not comparing him to Mahomes. I'm saying his mobility in the pocket is a little similar to Mahomes, right? Where he moves around in the pocket, waits till the last second, has very good pocket awareness. He has very good spatial awareness. He's very good at understanding exactly how much time he has to get rid of the ball. That's kind of Mahomes' specialty. So in that sense, he's really good. He had, against the Colts 2 weeks ago, the single highest single game PFF grade of the year. You know who had number 2, by the way? Anyone want to guess?
Lamar Jackson.
Luke Huntley.
Close with Snoop Huntley, his contemporary.
Lamar
But
Jackson.
their standards.
Malik Willis last week against the Ravens
Oh, Memphis.
had the second to
Oh,
highest.
Malik, yeah, he
He had
a
like
good week.
like a
I
million
thought
completions, 20
you were
yards or
gonna
more.
say
Like it was
Drake
insane.
May.
Insanely efficient game from him
Drake May
with a
against the
broken
Ravens
shoulder.
was
Not a broken, but whatever.
Drake
Anyway.
May against the Ravens. I guess there were a bunch of turnovers, but Drake May against the Ravens.
Well, he kind of made some 3 or 4 big throws in the second half, but the first half was a little sluggish for him. But anyway, guys, this is just I was manifesting this matchup, like you said, Yehuda gave me the right word. Manifesting this matchup.
Yep.
I'm fired up about this. The fact that we get this Saturday night and there's an even more compelling matchup Sunday night says that we got some good games coming up this weekend. So yeah, I agree with who said the Niners are going to win. You said Seahawks. Meisty said Niners are going to win. Yeah, I agree with you. 1.5 Seahawks are favored on the road, and I think guys, I think a lot of the reason the Seahawks are favored is probably just because of the Niners' injuries on defense. That's probably what it comes down to. So yeah, I'm going with the Niners.
Again, real quick on this. You said since like week 13, Brock Purdy has 1 loss on the season. I think when finishing the game, he had like 1 or 2, maybe 2, but Brock Purdy has been spectacular this year. And that team has been spectacular. I know, and Mac Jones came in and got, the job done a couple times for them, and he looked okay, but they made that decision because Mac Jones was playing ball. And they were like, no, we want Brock Purdy in there. And there's a lot of fans, a lot of people, a lot of football people out there that are like, oh, Brock Purdy's not that good. Anyone can play in that system. And when Mac Jones was balling, they're like, oh, look, see, anyone can play in that system. But no, not really. Brock Purdy has been, ever since he started Dougieing, he has been on fire.
Well, Yehuda discussed last week how the Kyle Shanahan system is a little bit quarterback proof, and it's kind of been like that. We've seen guys like Jimmy Garoppolo have a lot of success, then go elsewhere, and he's not even a competent backup. I mean, for heck, what was that one year where Nick Clements came in and won a couple games for them, right? Whatever his name was. Nick Mullins, that's who it was.
Fantasy legend.
Yeah, Nick Mullins came in.
Everything to George Kittle.
Well, that's when that's when the realization hit us that maybe Kyle Shanahan's just quarterback proof, and Mac Jones comes in and plays like rookie Mac Jones, which we haven't seen in a bunch of years. But of course, Micey, I agree with you in the sense that Brock Purdy's actually good, irrespective of Kyle Shanahan, which makes this Niners team even more dangerous. And preseason, I predict we'll get to our predictions next week prior to the playoffs, but I predicted the Niners to make the Super Bowl before the season, which was a little. Because they were last place last year. So it was a little bold, although they had, I think, the fourth best odds. So I had Bills over Niners before the season, which could still happen. So we'll see. But anyway, so that's why I want the Niners to win this game. Because then it'll. What do you say?
I have Ravens Eagles, so I'm a little
that's probably not going to happen. Still possible, though.
Yeah. No.
Still possible. Both things are still possible.
Hey, both are alive, not yet, but.
Crazy thing, the Seahawks, right? You think of them having an incredible defense. They are top 6 in takeaways, but as a team, they have a -4 turnover differential, and
it's disgusting.
It's just very interesting to me. And I see, and they're like the only really good team that is negative in turnover differential. Even the Falcons have, positive turn differential. It's the Eagles, the Bucks, I think the Falcons.
I'll tell you a team that doesn't have positive turnover rates.
Jets.
The Jets.
The Jets have 0 interceptions this season.
Yeah,
that's right.
-19.
By the way, I know the Jets fans say. Sorry to cut you off. I'll cut you off real quick here. I heard a Jets fan say they want to have no interceptions because it's a record, can't be broken.
Exactly. At least this Jets team will, in some sense, some way, will be a record-setting team.
It's like being 0-16.
They're going to pick the ball off. They're going to pick the ball off on the last play of the game. It's going to be hilarious.
Yeah, that'll be amazing. And Josh Allen hasn't been practicing, so they might be using a backup. It might be Mitch Trubisky. So, yeah.
Oh, he throws picks.
Oh yeah. If they can't get one off of Mitch.
Can you imagine they break the record for most picks in the game?
all of a sudden, by the end of the game, they're 15th in the league in interceptions.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, sorry to cut you off there in Seattle.
Well, yeah, it's just amazing to see because Seattle has taken the ball away 24 times. A very, very good defense, but they've given it away 28 times because they lead the league They're tied with the Ravens, and oh no, now they lead over the Ravens. They lead the league in fumbles given away, and they uh, have the like sixth most interceptions. Sam Darnold thrown the some of the most interceptions in the league. So it's like the turnovers. Like I know it's like a cliche, like oh, if we win the turnover battle, you can win the game, and like that's not always applicable, but it happens a lot for the Seahawks. And if they start getting loosey goosey with the fumbles, with the football, and Sam Darnold's seeing go Sam, I think sets up really well for the Niners. But I think he'll be able to learn from his previous experience, literally last year, and like change the narrative. And like not many people get a chance to be in the exact same spot. Obviously, a lot of different factors, but in the exact same position for seeding and for your legacy for your team as a player. Not many people get it literally the year after to be in the exact same place to right those wrongs and actually come through this time. And Sam Darnold has that opportunity this year, and I think he can get it done just enough. And I don't even know if Seahawks will cover because it's -1.5 right now. Like, is this a game? This could be that kind of game where they win by one point. Like remember that I think it was like
Thursday
2019
night.
or something when the Thursday night game. Wait, what Thursday night game against the Rams?
We all picked the Rams to cover the 1.5, and they did. Remember, they lost by
Against the-
one.
Oh, yes. so yes, right, true. But the Seahawks Niners like 6 years ago, where the Seahawks make the tackle on like the 1 yard line or something. Or was either the Niners or the Seahawks? I think it was the Niners. The Niners made tackle on the 1 yard line to win the division and win the 1 seed. Like it was Sunday Night Football for the 1 seed. Exact same situation as this. And the year that they went to the Super Bowl and then lost the Chiefs the first time, I think. But now we get Saturday Night Football, Seahawks Niners. But this time I think Seahawks will come through and be able to not shut down Brock Purdy in the offense, but do just enough, and Sam Darnold will do just enough, and be able to exercise his demons from last year and get the 1 seed. Yeah,
But I forgot to run through that scenario.
Jack.
You're correct. If the Niners win, the Rams are locked into the 6th seed. But if the Niners lose and the Rams win, then the Niners get the 5th seed, which is significant, of course, because then you get to go to Tampa/Carolina. So that 5 seed will matter. Now here's
By the
team.
way, it does help because a guy like Matthew Stafford possibly can use definitely a guy like Matthew Stafford can use the bye next, coming into this week. And if they lock into the seed, they're going to sit a guy like Matthew Stafford and not play him. And I think the MVP race is significantly up for grabs. And if Matthew Stafford doesn't play, he might not win MVP just because if a guy like Drake May has a really good game, or if somehow is it still possible for what's his name to get the 1 seed? I think it's still possible for the Jaguars to get the 1 seed. And I don't know if that's possible still. I
It is.
It is possible.
Right. So I'm saying, yeah, but dude, who's been playing the second half of the season? Obviously, there's the whole season, but who's been playing the best quarterback play in the second half of the season has been T. Law, and Trevor Lawrence is balling. And obviously, Drake May's had a significantly better overall season, but Trevor Lawrence has had a much better second half of the season than anyone else. And Matthew Stafford has only fallen off in the last couple, more fallen off wise for MVP level play. I don't think anyone's MVP. I think we should skip the MVP this year.
Well, the odds went back.
He's worked so hard.
I heard something so funny. Now that we're on the topic for a second, something hilarious. Basically, the odds before Monday Night Football were in favor of Stafford over Drake May. Drake May was number 2. Listen to this, guys. Right? The Rams are down by. This shows how stupid these odds are. Okay. The Rams are down by 14. Falcons about to go up by 17. Jared Verse blocks a field goal, returns it for a touchdown, and Stafford now jumps Drake May because of a blocked field goal. It's like, what does it have to do with Matthew Stafford? None, but because the Rams might win.
To win the game.
Right, now they have a chance to win the game, so it helps Matthew Stafford's odds. Anyway, just a digression. But yes, you are correct.
Is Drake May now the favorite?
Drake makes now the favorite because Jared Verse's blocked field goal wasn't enough to win the game. If they blocked another field goal return for a touchdown, then apparently Matthew Stafford. But little did Jared Verse know that on special teams he would be helping his quarterback at the MVP. So, you never know what's going to happen over there in Vegas.